Ken?
Yeah. He was going to change the tires for me, but he lost my phone number.
Sitting on a, what year is it, Stretch?
25.
25 Hudson, sitting on a, what'd you say, a Ford?
No, this is stock.
It's the frame is a 25 Hudson.
Oh, it is?
It's got a Mustang running gear on it.
Oh, okay. And this is the one that's got the 302 in it?
No.
No?
The Ranger pickup.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought this is the one he had.
He likes 302s.
Yeah.
Take that off. It's showing on that. I hope that seems to work. Put it up on top.
There you go. You don't mind if I videotape this? All right, thank you.
We can put it back on. Easier.
I took the alternator off of it and put on that truck out there. Take the other one down.
Well, you got the big tires on that thing. You need big ones to fill that wheel well.
That's right. Just right on there, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. That's a big car. Our friend Anacortes has got a 20, I think it's a 28 Hudson. I can't remember for sure. I think it's a 4-door. But it's got aluminum body. The fenders are steel, but the body's aluminum.
I just looked at that video the other
Did
day.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So what's he running? What's he running in this?
It has a 302.
It does have a
And
302.
a 5-speed.
Okay. All
The
right.
interior's not finished in it.
Yeah.
Roger robbed the alternator off of it the other day.
Oh.
It had like a fabric style top, and he built this fiberglass top.
Ah, okay.
Put on here.
Okay. Yeah, I think Bob was talking about putting a canvas top that he could snap on or take it off and drive it with the top
He
off.
works with fiberglass.
I see that.
Works with foam.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, you saw Bob's is running a, I think it's a 250 Chevy 6-cylinder.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Lots of room.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's a big car. Bob's got the original axles and everything that came with his, and great big old wooden spoked wheels, just huge, massive things. This for 1925. This was a huge car.
Yeah.
This thing is big.
Well, I was just noticing suicide doors,
Uh-huh.
4 hinges.
Yeah.
4 hinges.
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing on this whole thing is this. I love these suicide.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Still works, dude.
Yeah. That's nice.
This was in a museum up in
Really?
over in Oklahoma,
Uh-huh.
and the museum caught on fire, and it burned all the wood and stuff out of the back of this. And that's the reason I had to replace all that wood.
Uh-huh.
See, replaced back there. But it didn't do any damage to it. Just outside it burned the wood.
What's the little knots cut out there
That's
for?
so you can grease that rear end. I mean
The spring shackle?
shackles, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Wow.
They left no stone unturned back then.
Well, they used to design things so you could maintain it. They don't anymore.
See, it's got a. I took the original ones off of here, but they locked on. The grease gun would lock on.
You have to get you a big old trunk to sit on
I
there
had
of
no
some
way of
kind.
greasing it, so. And then, you wouldn't believe it, I bought an old tool kit from a guy, a bunch of real old tools, and it had,
Had the gun in it, yeah.
and I like just saved it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Is there a trunk on the back?
no, what there is I got most of the pieces in there. It's just a flat thing right here that you could set a trunk on to bars. A plate came out here and then across it was bars and you could set a trunk or whatever.
Oh, it'd be neat to have a big old trunk sitting on there.
Yeah. And then it's got this is for the, I got all of this stuff for the spare tire. It comes out here and there's a couple of cups like this and that spare tire sits down there. That's the reason I kept one of the spare tires on this thing.
Yeah, my friend's got one, I think it's a 27 or a 28, and he's got, I mean, he's not using it, but he's got the axles that came with it, all great big wooden spoked.
Oh yeah, I
Stuff.
had
Heavy.
all that stuff with this.
They're huge. They're just huge.
Ran off and left it. The drums on this thing back here
Oh,
were about that big around, and the brakes was on the outside of the drums, not on the inside of the drums.
yeah, they're huge, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those axles that came out of these things. Yeah.
They were probably at least, I would say probably 15, 16 inches diameter.
Built like a truck.
Yeah. Except the brakes were on the outside instead of the inside.
They tried everything.
Oh, it's a beauty.
Little gas tank in this. I took it. You can see where it goes epoxy and went over all.
Can't get it all in frame. You have to get a block away to get it all in frame. It's huge.
Yeah, that thing, it weighed a lot, I'll tell you. It
Yeah.
had one of those straight sixes in it, what they call the, what was it called? I know it's called a straight six, but that's a special name.
Super 6?
Yeah, I knew that. Super six.
Well,
No, you don't know.
Hudson's had the Super 6.
Yeah, they had the super six. Yeah, that's what it was. The super
Yeah.
six. And it ran too. Although I never did start it, but I was told that it ran.
Did you keep the motor?
No,
Yeah,
I
right.
left it down in Arizona when I came up here because I had absolutely no way to bring it. Or anything.
Yeah.
The rear end and transmission was sitting on that property, and the guy that moved in that bought the house from us, he tinkered around with cars too. So I said, that's yours.
Now, if I remember, you've got a lever or a knob or something inside that controls the baffle up in
Yeah.
front of the radiator, right?
It turns.
Yeah.
That all works.
Yeah.
And I took it down to Wenatchee and had a windshield put in it. Well, while I was setting up my brother-in-law's shop, and they never finished the job, and this is how they left it.
Huh.
There's
No.
things that come down here and catch it. There's
Yeah.
nothing on here, but there was a thing that came down here and caught the bottom of this windshield. This windshield needs to be cut off.
Is that a crank out windshield?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they don't crank out, they push out
Well,
here.
yeah, that's like my 32 Chevy, same way, just like that. Yep.
Got one on each side.
Yeah.
Not all that stuff.
I was missing one on my 32, so I built one of these out of old Chevy alternator bracket.
I took,
Worked
see,
just
it's
right.
got the original brake and clutch in it.
Yeah.
But it's actually turned upside down. I had to turn it upside down to make it work, get it to work. And it worked, it bolted right on, and then I used the original, I got to use this, I redid all of it.
Yeah,
So I could
yeah,
do it all.
yeah.
This is the shifters out of it, but I had to bend it all up to
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
it
I
work.
kept the emergency brake on my old 32,
There's the
like that.
rear view mirror
Yeah.
for it. That's quite a piece in itself.
Boy, look at that. Now that's different.
I don't know, maybe you could set one angle and one the other or something. I
That's
don't
a
know.
good idea.
Yeah.
And I put that electric windshield wiper because I planned on driving it, but I got the original. I've got all the original that came with this, most of it.
Have you got door glasses?
Yeah. But guess that grease has gotten a little thick or something.
That's your visor back here, isn't it? Windshield visor?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it, you know, that's not the
Not-
right one.
Oh, uh-huh.
I don't know what's the matter with that door. I may have to take it apart again. I took them apart and greased them, but That one's not quite wide enough, and I don't know if that's the original or not, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Because it just don't seem right to me. It could be.
Stretch made one out of a cross-cut saw one time.
Oh, it is.
I've got it on an old Jeep he gave me. Yeah. Wicked looking thing.
We could make one for this like that.
Yeah, that's a wicked looking machine.
But these back doors, their windows are spring loaded, and if a kit and they just go in and lock in place. There's two different settings on it, and it's spring loaded. And if a kid got its head or something, and if they would knock that thing loose, it would. I mean, it would injure them bad. That's just. I mean, it's really got a lot of tension on it.
Huh.
But kind of wondering if the person ought to put them back in there, afraid that some kid might get back there and hurt themselves.
Put them in and seal them up, maybe.
Well, the guy could put electric windows. Of course, they wouldn't be able to go all the way down.
Got a straight axle.
Now the straight axle is out. That's I put that in there.
Yeah.
It had another straight axle, but I couldn't use it. I put shocks on it too.
What's the disc off of?
It's a Ford. Now the drums are, these are Chevrolet. Those brake
Rotors?
rotors. No, not the rotors. Those.
Oh, the calipers.
Calipers.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are Chevrolet, but the rest of it's all Ford. And they come, and there was something they had to cut off of them to, I forget what it, but to make them fit, but that's the way they came. Radiator, I had it all redone so it would be pressurized. There's got a different cap on a pressurized cap on the inside in there.
Those headlights are gorgeous.
You know what, those are off of Ford. The original ones are just so ugly. And I had both of them, but they were two different lenses on them.
They're like big cylinders, aren't they? Great big things.
Flat,
Yeah.
round.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got them down there in the garage.
These
Yeah.
are reproductions.
Well, I think those are Ford probably. I don't know, I just ordered them.
But they're reproductions.
Yeah, oh yeah.
1925 Hudson.